Hi there, I am Hisham Meshmeshi. In this video, I will show you how to set up Apache and configure the load balancer with SSL certificate on OpenSUSE Linux. So, let's get started. So, let's check if we have OpenSSL installed. Type the command OpenSSL version and it's installed because we have the version 3.1.4. Otherwise, type the command zyper install OpenSSL. So let's create the certificate. I will create a folder where we're going to save all the certificates. There is three commands we need to run. The first command is OpenSSL genrsa dash output myserver.key. So the key is created. Now let's request a certificate. So type the country name, the state, you can put full name, the city, organization, for example, your company. You can put here, for common name, you can put your server, fully qualified domain name, the email address, don't enter a password, it's optional, and the company name as well. So the request certificate is created. The third command, I'm going to type OpenSSL x509 dash request dash days 365 and request a certificate for 1 year. And I'm gonna mention the certificate we created previously, sign-in key as well, and the output one. It's CRT. So it's done. So we have now the certificate, CRT, and the key that we will use in Apache for the SSL certificate for HTTPS. So to install Apache, there is a command zyper install Apache 2, or you can use YAST. There is two ways to install it. I will use YAST. Show you YAST as a root, of course. Go to software management, and you need to go click in the search and choose patterns. Scroll down, all the way down. There is a web and lab server. I prefer this one. It install other models and a lot of stuff, and also install MySQL database as well if you need it. Otherwise, just type zyper install Apache 2 and can do the trick. So it's installed. Click finish and quit YAST. Let's check the status. For the moment, it's installed, but it's inactive. It's not started yet. Let's start it So systemctl start Apache 2. Check the status again. Now the service is active and running, but it's still disabled. It's not enabled at the boot when you boot your machine. So to enable that, systemctl enable Apache. Now check the status again. As you see, it's enabled. The service is active and running. So we are ready to start to configure the load balancer. Let's enable some models for the load balancer. The command is a2ene mod. Let's enable proxy and proxy HTTPS as well. And there is other. It depends on your needs. So we're gonna enable the third one. It's proxy underscore balancer. And lb method underscore by request. This one, the last one status, is optional. Now let's restart Apache and check if all these models are good and there is no issue. So the command in rc apache 2 restart, the same command as systemctl restart. So let's check the status. Unfortunately, here it's failed, and we need to check why it's failing. So let's check the logs. So it's clear it's failed here, but didn't give you much more information. You need to cd var /log /apache 2. You can find the error underscore log file there. Let's open that file and check what's wrong. As you see here, there is failed to look up provider. So we need to enable this model here, slot mem. So let's enable this model. And a2ene mode. So slot underscore mem, no, slot mem underscore shm, and enable this model. Now let's restart again and check the status. It started. Check the status. Voila. Now the service is running without any issue. I need to check the firewall and open the port for 43, for example, for HTTPS. So there is a typo here. It's systemctl. So let me correct that. Systemctl status firewall. It's up and running. Yep, at the boot as well. And I need to check if the any port is open. So firewall dash command zone equal public dash dash list ports. No port is enabled for the moment. So let's enable the port 22 and the port 443. So firewall command dash dash zone public dash dash add dash port. I will mention the port 22 for the moment. I need to enable SSH. Is slash TCP and I can make permanent. I will do the same for the port 443 for the HTTPS. So this is optional, just I need to open other ports, a range of port from 8081 till 8083. So we need to reload the firewall configuration. So firewall-cmd-reload. Now you can check firewall list all ports. As you can see, the port we need to is open and 443 as well, and others. So I will create a SSL config file. So you can hit this etc/apache/vhost and create a file there. So you need to mention the certificate here. So the server admin, all this information as you know. So you need to enter server admin, the server name. You can type your IP address or your fully qualified domain name. So this is the certificate path. We need to SSL certificate file and SSL certificate key file. So those we generated. This is my own personal certificate. So the logs, of course, you can save the logs in the same location as the others. So the vhost-ssl config, you can name it whatever you want, but anything that put in vhost.d, it will load at startup of the Apache. So I need to create another file, lb as load balancer. This is where you put all your load balancer members. So I have three instances. The first one is on port 8081. The second one is on the port 82, and the third one is on the port 8083. So this is where you put your IP address or your fully qualified domain name, your servers, or where your application is located. So let's save that, and we need to restart Apache. Let's check the configuration first. So type the command apache ctl config test. Syntax is okay, so there is no issue with the configuration. Now let's restart and check the status. Voila. So the service started without any issue. It's mean all the models are there for the load balancer. We are good to go. Now I need to start those three. I have three sessions or three instances, and we need to start them first. So those are located. They are Tommy application, just simple application. So I have three instances. If you want to see how to create those instances, I have a video. You can check my channel, and there is a video how to create those instances. With one Tommy, you can create many instances. So let's start the first one, the second instance, and I will start as well, the third one as well. Those are the set simple instances, nothing special. Let's check if those instances are up and running. So I need to grab instance 1, 2, 3. Here we are. So we have the three instances, instance 1, instance 2, and instance 3. They are Tommy instances up and running. So we have a load balancer with Apache, and we have three instances with Tommy. Now let's check the load balancer. So let's open any browser and type HTTPS, the IP address where your load balancer is located, slash, I have a folder called test. So here, because it's a personal certificate, you need to accept this, accept the risk, and continue. Here we are, we have the first instance in red. If you refresh, you can switch between those three instances. So the colors, just for me to know that we are switching from, the load balancer is working as supposed what to do. So it's working fine. Et voila. So thank you for watching. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you like it, make sure to subscribe or leave a comment. Thank you guys. Bye.